Alright, morning y'all. Go home day. Ready to go home, get this scent war evened out. I've been getting picked on all week, so don't think you're free, Vern. Alright. Today I want to talk about early season hunting mornings. Is it worth it or is it not? You know, you'll have a lot of guys tell you that they don't hunt mornings early because it's not worth boogering up a spot. You know, I've got a lot of spots that I don't hunt early that I save for late because it ain't worth getting into. But I got my share of spots that are just for early season. You watch the wind, watch the way you're slipping in and out, and you know, stay away from those close to home ranges. Try to find a spot with food between bed and water. You know, a good enough distance away where you know they're gonna go to, maybe a flat or, you know, a ridge with a nice pinch point on it's really hard to beat any time of year, especially if you got a wind you can get into it on. I have sets that are hung just for early season that are, you know, close to where I park, so I'm not pushing in, making a whole lot of noise going in. That's another good thing about this time of year. If you got a steady enough wind to get in there that it's not going to be swirling around on you, you know, by 7 o'clock, there ain't as many leaves on the ground. You can kind of slip in there a little easier, especially you get a nice cool morning where everything's kind of damp. I mean, you can get in there on them. You might have to be a little more patient. You know, you may not be seeing bucks right off the bat. It may even be, you know, 9 o'clock before they cross through. It just depends on what all's going on. When those acorns start to hit the ground, you know, you start seeing some deer disappear for a while. I mean, they don't have to go out to the fields as much or to your food plots. They don't have to travel near as much to eat. And, you know, they may be in there bedded right where you're trying to go on them shallow spots. But if you're saving your spots deeper in the woods for late season, then it'll just run them into there. Use your pressure to help you. I mean, I use my neighbor's pressure to help me. I use my pressure to help me. Just be careful. Stay shallow. Hunt those observation stands. That's what they're for. Most of the time I use those in the evenings. I like to go out and you know, I like to sit across fields early season evenings, especially, you know, I've got pretty good sized food plot cut in the middle of a couple fields, and I cut the rows to where the grass is growing up, you know, chest high or higher around a lot of it, where those bucks feel like they're hidden in there, like nobody can see them. And you get a good idea of where they're bedding at and coming out at, and what they're heading to, where they're traveling. I've killed one of my better bucks doing that. I watched him 2 days in a row come off of a hill in the evening, and the second day I seen it happen, third morning I hunted for a little while, got down and snuck around where he was coming out of, and I found a pretty good scrape line. Definitely had multiple bucks scraping on it. There was a bunch of small scrapes, and then there was a good one in there proving his point. And he came by and he was really reactive to calling. I gave him a little snort wheeze and a little bit of a grunt. And of course, he stopped in his track, and he thought that that's one of those smaller bucks that was making scrapes on his line was over there, and he was ready to run him out. You know, next thing I knew, he was at 15 yards in my lap. So use your observation stands. Stay shallow is what I like to do. Like I said, common sense take you a long ways. And you know, you decide if your spot's worth it early season or not. You decide if you want to go in there and hunt. There's no right or wrong way. Every spot's different. So I've probably got 6 sets hung for early season, 3 spots hung for observation, and I've probably got 8 or 9 sets hung for late season. So the more spots you have, the more opportunities you have, you can afford to booger 1 or 2 of those early season spots up, as long as your pressure is going to put them the right way, where they're, you know, they're not leaving, where they're in your lap. So other than that, got some hats to be selling this week. Mr. Brooks, I'll have yours ready whenever you're ready. I do appreciate that a great deal. Tell your friends. So we're not making a whole lot of money on them, getting the word out there, and we're going to try to make up some of the money we're sinking into this. Like I said, you know, cameras and production time and studio time and all that. We will be taking whatever footage we gather up at the end of this year and putting in a little something together. So be watching for that. And hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's opening morning. I always hunt opening morning, so I got a spot for it. Now, if I booger it up, I did it on my own, so it's worth it to me to be in a tree and be out there. You know, even during turkey season, I'm out there deer hunting. So I can't wait for it, and I can promise you, I'm gonna be in there. So good luck to all of you, and we'll see you when I get home. Scentmore 16. Look out.